The Strymon TimeLine is well known for being a very hardcore delay pedal that gives you many different types of incredible sounding delays. But in this video, I'm going to show you 5 pro tips for using the TimeLine to get completely different effects which are unrecognizable as delay. Here's the first example. Use these settings in dBucket mode to get a very nice chorus. The TimeLine instruction manual actually talks about how you can get chorus and other modulation sounds in the lo-fi mode, but I tried that and I think these settings sound better. What's happening here is not actually the same as ring modulation, like scientifically, because waveforms are not being multiplied together, but instead the TimeLine is using a square wave filter over your notes so quickly that the beating of the filter itself starts to take on pitch-like properties, which ends up sounding like ring mod. For the next pro tip, I'm going to use the ice mode in these settings to turn the TimeLine into a harmonizer pedal. In this case, I'm using my old favorite, Perfect Fifths. Okay, what if we took that glitchy weirdness and made it worse, aka better? For pro tip number 4, I've tweaked ice mode even more to make it sound less like a harmonizer and more like its own thing. I'm not even sure what to call this effect, so call it a synth pedal for your guitar, I guess. For pro tip number 5, the most advanced, we're going to use lo-fi mode. One interesting thing about the TimeLine is that the different modes actually have different delay times available, and lo-fi has the fastest of them all. It's so fast that you can put mix on 100% and play with no latency. The instruction manual points out that you can take advantage of that and use the lo-fi mode sample and bitrate settings at the fastest delay time with no repeats to get a bit crusher distortion that doesn't sound like delay at all. For example. But since they give you that in the instruction manual, I actually don't consider it advanced. Instead, I like to use lo-fi mode without any bit crushing just to get that really fast delay time. Then I set up an expression pedal to change the delay time, taking it from the fastest possible to something a little slower. As you know, changing the delay time while you're playing creates some really intense pitch shifting. That's exactly what we want. If you use these settings and step on the expression pedal, you get this. It also sounds cool if you take the mix from 100% down to 75%.